into the ground.
Also the interesting thing about the Sylas pickup.
And that's bad. That feels really bad. As there's the flash in, they are getting something done here. As Nuclear, no flash, no life. First blood for Turkey on the bottom side. Beryl just has to look on in horror as close. He plays the Rakan, he plays the Nautilus as we have a look at the replay.
And it's kind of one of the coolest storylines for this team is hold it.
Yeah, we're fighting again. Nuclear is at full health, but Beryl not so good. Flashes forward, Shield of Daybreak, Tolerant, battle dancing to try and get out one more auto, and Nuclear's gonna answer back.
TP?
Bottom side, we got teleports, we got a party on the bottom side. 3 versus 2, Nuclear's dead once again. Is it gonna be a double? I think the answer is gonna be yes, and Royal Youth are attacking the weakness of Damwon beautifully in this early game.
And the
bottom lane gets punished.
Yep, just overcommit there for the kill. They go back in, they try to play it. You can see, pretty much written in stone, TP behind him.
Throws down a defensive Hemo Plague. Tides of Blood in. We'll see whether he actually turns it around as we've got a second kill for Damwon in the mid lane.
And Beryl still look like they're playing on the back foot here. Because Showmaker has pretty much destroyed this matchup, Sylas isn't going to be able to do anything. Not being able to pivot from the mid lane and then try to rotate for the Herald. I think Tolerance just, again, keeping vision, does need to be respectful.
Yeah, at the same time, we've got all 3 lanes being shoved, in fact. Pilot topside as the quickness comes in. Shield of Daybreak's going to put a stop to it as Closer dives on in. That's a great ulti that's going to run around the Baron pit, but I don't think it's enough damage. That's the kill under the Kiana, just destroyed as Pilot has to flash instantly. A defensive kick gets rid of Shield there on the backside as Tolerant will be running for the hill.
The mid lane will actually cost them the Infernal.
Yep, and already 2 plates actually went to Nogari in the laning phase on the top side of the map. We've still got 2 minutes until they do break down as Amit looking for Nuclear. As if he stuns him, there's going to be Killer Instinct opportunity, but he's not going to be able to because there's just no one there to get any CC, so he's eaten up by the Culvermeek. Slicing and he says, that was cute, but we're not going to do anything. Speaking of not doing anything, Royal Youth just steal away the Infernal Drip.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You saw Damwon was
by about 1,200.
Is that really fair, though, when 2 people are running Klepto?
Look, Klepto's, it's going to get a nerf, all right? You heard the stories about Nogari is we've got an ultimate into the wall, looking for the one-shot, and Closer finds it all too easy onto Canyon, and that's not all they're saying here as Beryl goes down to about half health. Showmaker trying to return the favor as Nogari does get forward. Big stun there, finds the backline as Beryl goes golden, but there's a Vladimir now here. Kiana gets a second kill, the Hemo Plague onto 2, but they've moved. No. I just think that Turkey has been steadily improving. We'll see whether they can prove it here today. So they have a lot of Baron vision. That's a decent grand entrance. Canyon just insta-pops in though. Nothing that he can do about that one. Supreme display of talent might be a problem, but Nuclear has the heal, keeps himself alive. Closer, running the hell out of there as now we've got 2 different fights, and it's being won for the moment. Shield trying to get the work done. Kingslayer is going to keep him healthy as low health bars. On Damwon's side, it's pretty clean, but Nuclear is going to go down. They're chasing after the Croc, but it looks like he's created enough distance. As Showmaker pops back to the distortion, destroys their Sylas, and finally Damwon have found a...
Yeah, and I do want to give credit to Armut right there. He tried his hardest on that Renekton. Looked like he might have turned the fight, but again, the mobility came in, and it was slivers of health from Damwon to walk away. Caster curse. Sorry, Armut.
Yeah, you certainly didn't need to talk about that one. That was another Drake. Damwon just love their oceans. That's the one little Infernal that's probably, in a lot of analysts' eyes, better than 3 Ocean Drakes.
I mean, if we're constantly ducking in and out of fights, I'd give it to the Ocean.
I guess it's all right as Supreme to player talent. And see you later, Showmaker. Closer comes down. That's what a Kiana can do. She can just stop you from
those situations where you're so used to Kiana being banned that you just forget how quickly she can move on a map.
Well, Beryl actually out of position here. Not going to find too much, but does get the Zenith Blade, which is largely defensive, not defensive enough, as he's taken down by Pilot. He says thank you as the Q is going to land onto Shield, but...
And they rely on Pilot. Pilot is such a strong ADC in the league. But for me, Closer was the make or break difference for while Royal Youth are here.
That is another pop. Canyon eventually goes golden as we've got a huge ult into the wall once again, but Kiana's dead as the Supreme display of talent goes down. Hemo Plague into the backline, but Beryl's already dead, and Pilot with a double kill, but Nogari at full health. Keep your eye on him. All of the damage still up for Damwon as Nuclear is flashing into 3 people, but is still going to survive. And Damwon are angry. They don't want to lose team fights like...
Thinking about the setup. And it's Damwon Gaming who are just going back into mid lane, getting priority, shoving it out, and then moving in and clearing out the vision. And because Royal Youth aren't taking account
all of that free vision around the Baron pit with little to no resistance on Royal Youth's side, and they have had control of these side waves much more effectively as Closer tries to do it once more. I don't think it's going to work though, as Canyon just closes the gap. And Amit's going to have to slice his way out. Shield also trying to abduct, but that's a really nice fight. Yep, they have started it up, and that's a lot of damage onto this Baron as well. Already down to half health as Amit Dominus pre-popped to start this one up. He's sliced in, he's dicing out as the Baron is dead for Damwon Gaming. The Solar Flare comes in, he tries to commit to it, but the Crocodile was already dead and Closer still in the death. That was facetious, by the way. Didn't love Frostmancy at all, but you get more wards. We love playing with wards, Frosco. As we've got another team fight as well, and that is a very dead Showmaker.
Didn't check the time.
A little bit overly ambitious there and didn't actually have his timepiece available as there's the Feather Storm. So much damage, but Nuclear dive bombs into the backline and gets himself the triple.
Was that really Nuclear's damage, though, or was that...
No, it was not, but he was the one that had his name on the triple kill, all right?
I'm pretty sure that was the Vladimir damage. You saw the Spellbinder, the Void Staff, the hat, and the timepiece come out, and this boy hits like a truck. Look at that.
Yep, this is a 1v2, don't want, mate. Oh, dear. Nogari just turns around and kills him. That can be your shoes this time. That's what the Crocodile's turning into as Nuclear turns
Not go silently, that they kept trying to stand up, take their shots at Damwon Gaming, got a couple of cheeky ones in there on the bot lane, but eventually, like you said, Damwon just fell back to their macro, fell back to their micro, and are now just brute forcing this game away from Royal Youth.
Yeah, it's looking pretty scary. 2 inhibitors go down, and now all of a sudden, that gold lead has ballooned to the tune of 11,000, and no longer do we have the advantage with the Infernal Drakes, because that was evened out. Tolerant still actually looking for more, as that's a Solar Flare. It's going to land onto Pilot. Can they kill him before he can? Yes, they certainly can. 4 members down here, and Nexus turret not so lucky. Still, 1 more does remain, and Canyon makes his way back in. He's got a GA. He can actually use that to try and get aggressive onto this last remaining turret.
They want a style.
Oh, yes. As in he goes, he's in the fountain, tries to get the one-shot onto Closer, but can't actually do it. The Nexus turret not going to be so lucky, as now the Nexus is that focus done when it took longer than a lot of people expected, but they will be able to win their first game at Worlds. This team qualifies in 2019, and game 1 down at World Championships.
Not everything went according to plan, though.
No,
and I
certainly
think
didn't.
That's the takeaway. I definitely agree with you that it felt like when you were watching them perform that it did feel